on this thing. Yeah.
When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, Mek Wi Talk, my people, Mek Wi Talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Mek Wi Talk, people, Mek Wi Talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, Mek Wi Talk. Hey, we're living in a world that on ourselves we must depend. Mek Wi Talk. When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, Mek Wi Talk, my people, Mek Wi Talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Mek Wi Talk, people, Mek Wi Talk. Conversation is the key.
Good night, everyone. Welcome to the Mek Wi Talk program. I have with me this evening, we're going to speak about Jamaica Football Federation. Can it survive 4 more years of corruption? That's the topic for tonight. I have with me Mr. Herb Nelson Jr., Mr. Mikey Barnes. Sir Barnes, tell us who you are again, please, sir.
Well, you can put it as a concerned citizen of my country, Jamaica. I'm an ex-professional player, played in Germany for over 10 years, in the 80s and a little bit of the 90s. And I played for Eintracht Frankfurt. And my original club was formed in New York City in 1975, Real Caribbean Football Club. And been playing football since then. Got involved with JFF 2 years ago, 2019, 2018, where I was asked to put together an Olympic team, US-based Olympic team, so that we could merge with the Olympic team in Jamaica and become stronger so we can compete against the other CONCACAF teams so we could qualify for the World Cup. However, when we did that, we were 2 years into it. And while we construct everything and we finalized everything and we brought it back to the JFF, mind JFF has, first thing they told us, they don't have any money. And I was told by other people that it's not going to work. But we say let's give it a try. I spoke to Herb. I got Herb involved, and we was doing excellent until the time when it comes to put the two teams, the Jamaican team that launched in Jamaica and the US-based team that was made up of the US, mostly college kids. We only had one high school kid on it. And but when we started to do that, concerns start to come. They want to know where the game is going to be played, which nothing is wrong with that. Then they start asking us about the capacity of people that the stadium holds. In the meantime, when they're supposed to get everything together by bringing a team from Jamaica, they're supposed to finance their team in Jamaica to come to New York to play this game so we could pick our Olympic team from it. But next thing they will know, they back out them, say they don't have any money. Because we wanted it more, so we went around and start getting investors, asking for money and people invest in it because we are patriotic to our country here in the States. So when we start get everything together, we get airfare ticket for the kids them to come up, hotel arrangements, ground transportation, food. So we did all of that to get the teams up, the team from Jamaica here in the US to play the game in Long Island, New York. And so all of a sudden now, money becomes an issue. They wanted to know how much we was going to charge at the gate for admission.
Who is asking those questions?
Bruce Gaynor,
from the
Vice
Jamaica Football
President
Federation?
on the Football Federation. So we told him and everything that yes, to offset some of the bills, we have to collect some, try and make some money so we can offset some of our bills. And we did that. So in the meantime, they was planning, saying that the way irons out, they wanted on the money. So I said, no, you guys didn't put anything in there, and we are the one who's struggling to get this thing done more than you guys wanted it. And so we went there, and all of a sudden everything started to go sour. Got a call from the GenSec, who is Dalton Wint. This is before Dennis Strong. And I asked Dalton Wint, what's going on? Him say, Mikey, I really don't know, but I get a call, say, the schedule of the Olympics, the name's supposed to go in already. But I told him, no, Dalton. I look at the website, and the website says nothing like that. We have 3 more weeks to go. So we was going to do it within the 2 weeks, and then we have a week to choose a side and turn in the names. So all of a sudden now, him say, Mikey, the man them said they're not going to move forward. I said, Dalton, what is the problem? He said, Mikey, to be honest with you, the left hand don't know what the right hand is doing. And he left it right there. So when I started my homework and check now, I called my girlfriend up, the first person I called, and I said, so the man them want to shut down the program after good. We're running the program for 2 years because we have winter. So winter now we really cannot do anything. So we have to pause for the winter date. So it went by for 2 winters. So we finally get everything together because we started with over 100 kids, 120 kids sign up for the program. And we break it down to 23 kids. Right? So it took us time to get to that. So fast track where we are, they shut down the program. And I started doing my homework, and my lady said to me, I said, why did I shut down the program? She said, what did you say to them? I told them everything about we're gonna collect money at the gate and this and that. Remember now, we have to hire ambulance, we have to get referee, we have to have doctors on the scene, trainers, security.
Hold on for Mr. Barnes. In all of this, sir, JFF don't give you no one dime?
Not even an icing, as people are saying. We went ahead and did everything. They didn't even give us an icing. But they wanted to know how much money was coming in, how much this, how much that. But you see, like my lady told me, you're not thinking as a Jamaican. She said, when you're dealing with Jamaican, you have to say yes, 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 until everything matches out. And it's a different story. I didn't know that because I left Jamaica since 1973. But I love my country and I'm faithful to my country. And I want my country to reach somewhere.
So Mr.
That's why, yes, sir.
Based on what is going on with the Jamaica Football Federation now, there's some election coming up.
Right, on Sunday, the 17th of March.
Yes, the other day I heard about where the Reggae Girlz had some problem where Sidela Marley was to help them, and now Sidela Marley is no longer part of it because of the level of. Go ahead. One of the persons who's really
screwing up. You know, first of all, the president is not a strong president. He doesn't put his foot down. He sits back and let other people manipulate him, do what they feel like doing, and then him stay back and stay back in the background, and he hides and him come out. And if you touch certain questions with him, you notice him start get irritated, him curse and go on and so on and call people out and all these things. So you can see, once you can read between the lines, you can see what kind of person he is, you know. So that's why I sent you that letter. Yes. And I view it a little bit. And a matter of fact, I sent it to Jenny Strong today. I never expect to get back a reply from him. And the reason why I sent it to him, you know, I just want him to know that the kind of person that you have, you guys are backing, and kind of person that you have, a leopard does not change its skin. Coming to say, you know, when the Sidela Marley thing and everything brought down, it was a we call it a group chat on the computer, where Sidela was on one part of it, and Elaine Walker Brown was on the other side with her team of people, and she left the microphone open, and she was saying some things that was not right about Sidela. And Sidela then heard it because her microphone is open. At first, she's trying to deny that is not her, but the thing is, on her side, it's only one woman. It has to be her, and it's her voice. So she didn't. Then she come out now and say, "Well, listen, I don't care what everyone say." You know, and then, you know, other people start making up their minds of what's going on with the girls. So what happened was the girls made up their mind that they don't want to deal with her anymore. So while the girls, Elaine Walker Brown.
Okay.
Right. So while they didn't want to deal with Elaine Walker Brown, the girls told Lon Donaldson that they don't want to run the bus. So I spoke to Lon about it, and he explained his version of the story. Plus, I listened to TVJ and listened to their side of the story. So when she was getting ready to ride the bus, Lon met her outside and said, "Elaine, I need to talk to you one-on-one away from everybody." Because he said to me, "Mikey, I didn't want the embarrassment of she going on the bus, and then the girls them turn around and walk off the bus." And the girl them say she come on the bus and go and walk off. Oh well, it was two persons. One person was an official from the government, from Babsy Grinch. They said they don't have a problem with her coming on the bus. She came on the bus, but they did not want Elaine on the bus. So after they took, Lon explained to her, Lon who is the messenger, he becomes the villain. So she said, "Come out now," and she tell them, say, Lon has to go, because if Lon goes, she ever step down, and by right, she was the one who get aggressive and start behave somewhere. And when they check it out, Lon never really do anything. Lon was just a messenger. So she wanted to shoot the messenger. So, but I spoke to Lon later on, and I asked him, what's the real reason why Elaine Walker Brown have an attitude towards you? Get to find out they was doing some businesses together, and then stopped the business with her because she wanted to be the gatekeeper, and other people wanted stuff, and she wanted to manipulate the whole thing. So so him cut her off, and that's why she's very angry with him. So being that him carry the news to her and tell her, then she decides that she want Lon head. So now that letter that I sent you, it proved to you to say, before everything, she was with Raymond Anderson. Because I spoke to her a long time before that, she said, no, me and Raymond working together and everything, and we're going to get rid of Mike Ricketts and support like that. So what she did now, in order to get rid of Lon, she came out and she told my crickets, listen, if you want my votes, get rid of Lon Donaldson.
Just
no,
like
you
that.
know that Mike, yeah. So you know that my crickets wanted her vote. So you know what he did? He got rid of Lon. They never renewed Lon's contract. Because even Lon came on TVJ and said they had a meeting. They went to the meeting. No, for the re-signing of his contract, the people are supposed to be in the office and have a meeting. Somehow, one of the guys from the technical committee, he was on Lance and said, you know, it's not fair. All you guys doing things. So he was supposed to take up for Lon. So what they did was, them get Lon a certain, like when I said, Lon say, come 12 o'clock and tell the other man come 1 o'clock. So by the time Lon reached at 12 o'clock, no, Lon don't see nobody. All him see was Dennis Strong and him secretary. So Dennis Strong asked him, Lon said, Dennis Strong asked him 3 questions. And that was it. And all of a sudden, and then Lon started to ask him the history about the girls' football, which they know nothing about. So Lon just said, okay, you're not going to renew my contract. So Lon said, him call my crickets. And my crickets told him, say, listen, them gang up on me. And this was said on national TV, you know. Them gang up on me and I can't do nothing about it. That's what him told Lon. Because remember now, my cricket's supposed to be in Lon's corner because we wanted the girls, them, since they qualified for the comeback and them qualify, went to the second round of the World Cup, they did very well. So being that Mr. Ricketts wanted Elaine Walker Brown votes, he came on and him just said, okay, and just went that way. So Lon got the axe. They never renew him. So when Lon was leaving the office now, the gentleman who supposed to be on the technical committee, who supposed to be defending Lon, they meet at the door. So the man said, where you go? Lon said, the meeting finished. He said, what you mean the meeting finished? He said, the meeting finished. Them asked me 2 questions. He said, not even say the 10 minutes. And the meeting finished. So Lon, the man said, no, man. So we turned around now, the man, that gentleman came on TVJ and made a report about it. Next thing you know, them suspend him. So them really don't care if them suspend him because they are operating wrong. And that's not how you're supposed to do business with a person. But them do business how they want the business. And that's why that letter was so important because I even brought it on TVJ to Oral Tracy. And him say, Mikey, where you go with the letter? You say, oh, letter this. And I say, no, I want to prove a point to you. I want to show you, say, this letter was when she was with Raymond. And this is a letter that she turned her back against Lon and get rid of Lon because she exchanged Ricketts gave her the thumbs up that he will get rid of Lon and she will promise him that she'll give. So that's why she's on the other side now. So I'm showing him that. So I'm saying, oh yeah. Him sit down and him figure it out. Him say, why Mikey, that's not right, you know. I'm say, well, that's how it is because you believe that them just never get Lon it. No, she was behind it. She was behind the whole thing. So being that she was behind the whole thing now, I make sure I got it out to the people so the people can know what's going on in the country because 90% of the people in Jamaica really don't know what's going on. And they need to know. Because remember now, we are in an age where email, WhatsApp, all these things are available now, so everything moves fast. So that is what that's what really happened between Lon. Then now the girls them say it was a money issue. They paid them girls them the money. Some people they said that they owe some money, and some people then pay off and pay extra. And TVJ came out one day last week that some of the girls owe back the federation the money. So them asked Dennis Strong, aren't you going to lobby to get back your money? He said, no. make them, at another time they will lobby to get back their money. But the reason, what they're trying to say now, the reason why the girls them still stick them up and don't want to play for Jamaica is because $2,500. No, reason within yourself. No, if I owe you $60,000 and I pay you up and still owe $2,500. No, remember when you don't owe me I owe you $6,000. You still play it. You still play. No, why we not owe $2,500? Why we not gonna play? That makes sense to you? So these are the things where the people of Jamaica don't look at. Them don't look at, read between the lines, because Dennis Strong even came out and say the reason why them suspend them is to protect them from FIFA. So when them call them up and them don't come, we can say they are suspended. We ever hear something like that? You're suspend somebody don't want to play, you suspend them to protect them. That does not make sense. So these are the things that they say, and some of the people them run with it, don't know how to read between the lines, because it's not true. Because there's other things that's on the ballot where the girls them want to talk about. And I even came on World Tracy show again and I spoke to him. I said, I make sure I got the dates and the time and everything. And I said, December 15, it was a Friday, JFF had a meeting with the girls' spokesperson. It didn't even last an hour because they tell them that they want to iron out certain things. I'm going to just name 3 things. They want to iron out the traveling arrangements, the medical arrangements, and the medical and doctor arrangements, and the payment, on time payment, if we're going to move forward, because we're running a business. It's a business that JFF is running. So they didn't want to talk to them about that. So they scheduled another meeting for the 18th of December, which is the Monday. Up to today, that meeting has not been scheduled. And they're just barking up the tree, saying that the girls them didn't come because of $2,500. We pay them now and them still no want to come. And that is not true. So they're selling the narrative to the people, and the people is there biting it, and it's not fair.
Hold on
it's
for
not
me,
fair to the girls.
Hold on for me, Mr. Barnes, rather. Hold on for me. I have with us joining us now Raymond Anderson. Mr. Wayne.
Raymond?
Yes, Raymond is here. Mr. Wayne Thompson. I think you have to go out and come back in. There's something going on with your system. Your device is not connected at all. Mr. Anderson, welcome to the program, sir.
Good evening. Thanks for having me. I'm listening.
Yes, but we want you to talk. I want you to tell me what's going on with the JFF.
Yes, all right. I'm here.
Well, I'll take a back seat now.
Yes. So Nelson, you have knowledge of everything that is, well, not really everything, but most of what's going on.
Anderson the name, eh?
Yes, I know, but okay, Mr. Anderson, since you come on, you just come on.
No, I thought I said Nelson. Sorry.
He was Mr. Anderson. He was actually talking to me, Herb Nelson.
I'm sorry, Sir Nelson.
That's all right. That's all right, man. I know you have a lot to say, so if you want to chime in, that's good. But listen, what Mike is talking about is how fickle, how mean-spirited, and how unprofessional the current hierarchy in the JFF is. They seem to sit down and plan and plot these little incidences that they can use it to their advantage to make themselves look good. I don't know, maybe I'm just having a very poor opinion of them, but am I on the right track, or are they really a group of good guys doing the best they can for the youth of Jamaica to bring Jamaica's standing in the world up through football? What do you say?
You're on the right track saying that they are doing the wrong things, right? And if you continue to do the wrong thing over and over, you're not going to get a good result. So I heard Mikey spoke about the girl. I heard Mikey spoke about the girl, and I want to start there because when we heard of the situation, the old London also, and the girls, I remember talking to the GS and remind him that we must at all costs try to really get this thing amicably resolved. And if we did take that road, we would be here right now. They complete a Gold Cup, first Gold Cup ever in the Caribbean, in the CONCACAF region. And Jamaica, who was in the round of 16 in the World Cup, don't enter that because of poor judgment in management. So I agree with you with that. And even now as I speak, I don't know if corruption is too strong a word, but right now what has been happening with us now, just think about we having an election coming up. And the constitution spoke about all delegates must be taken care of by the JFF. And the general secretary of the audacity to telling us that we must take care of our own delegate. How can we? The delegates are not ours delegates. The delegates are JFF delegates. And the general secretary telling us that to show you, so exactly what you have been saying. That is what been happening now. People in office now trying everything, every hand they can get to really slow down or whatever way you want to call it us. But I can tell you from where we sit, we are focused and we will not slow down.
I have with us, join us, Danny Beckford. Oh Lord, he went off. I know what's going on. I think they're having some internet issues. But Sir Herb.
Yeah.
What Mr. Anderson just said a while ago, sir. Obviously, there is some hanky-panky going on in JFF from Wappy Philip.
Sir, if the FIFA is with us for the past 6 years, it must be a reason, right?
Yes.
And it's a look at whole finance. Again, some time ago, Dennis Strong joined us as the chairman of the finance committee, right? And he's now the GenSec, and it remained the same. We're still under restriction. So it's not new. So in terms of, I wouldn't use hanky-panky, but reporting and reporting is poor. And I don't know if the check and balance is correct because just listening to what happened with the girls, you know, we have outstanding, we overpay the girl, and people been really boasting around like it's something good at. You overpay and you underpay. That's no way nobody should take credit for that. And if you do take credit for that, you should really do the honorable thing.
Mr. Beckford, welcome to the program, sir. Mr. Danny Beckford.
Hi, Danny.
Sound like he's not properly linked. The communication ain't working well.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay,
So, Mr. Anderson.
Yes, sir.
News travel fast around Jamaica and around the globe that the Jamaican women's football team was stranded somewhere. And it was a shame that they didn't have any money at all to come home. So how is it that JFF is saying to everybody they don't have any money?
So I am not aware of the stranded, you know, and I'll have to really do some investigation on that, but I am not aware. I'm not aware.
No, at one point.
You mean at most recently or what?
No, man. The time when Sidel Amal was in charge of them or something
Yes,
like
man. Man. Well, listen, it's not only that. There's several times Sidel have to come to a rescue. Several times. And and this is a place that poor logistic planning, right? So it's several times we actually have the girls out there at the airport. And we saw all of that. We saw all of that, and because as someone, the world is so close now. Everything is on social media. They were there at the airport, stranded, and Cinderella came to the rescue again. So that is no news or thing like that for us. It happens so often with us, with our poor logistic preparation.
So is it that the JFF don't have any accountability or something of the sort why all of these things happening and you hear such a shebang going on?
Sir, the accountability is poor, and FIFA is our parent body, and that is our now. FIFA is our parent body, and you can tell her if we under restricted funding for the past 6 years, it must be a reason, you know.
My
And
Lord.
people will tell you just use the example of the last publicity we hear about. The girls were overpaid, and some were short paid and people have been saying before that they were paid. That means the accountability is poor. And if it's poor there, can you imagine FIFA is still here from last March, and I heard that they'll be here until till the end of this month, and they're here, so we expect a report from the consultant then. But the whole accountability is poor at this time.
Mr. Danny Beckford, welcome to the program. So unmute your mic, sir.
Good night, sir. Good night to your listeners. Good night to your viewers. Good night to your panelists. The pleasure is mine to be here, sir.
Tell me what's going on in the JFF.
A short program like this would even scratch the surface here today, sir. But the whole aspect of the football now is one.
Hold on a minute. You have some noise in the background, sir.
I'm going to tell you, say I have one business place beside me, and them have some music on. Let me see if I can come out and something. This place across the road, so
better. Tell me now, and I know you said it's gonna take a whole night, but you have sometimes we can talk about it. The Jamaican people want to know what's going on with JFF, along with other members around the globe. Mr. Beckford? Oh Lord. You have lost him now.
Jeffrey.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Let me do overview here.
Controlling an organization. Hello?
Yes, sir, go ahead.
All right, Danny, you may have to start over because we lost you there for a while.
Yes, start back over to Danny.
Yeah, you hearing me?
Yeah, man, I'm hearing it loud and clear. Start over now. Go ahead.
All right, yeah. So as I said, through the whole politics thing, you have some people who hijack the JFF, and it's not just now it's happening. So them come and take over a multi-million-dollar organization and run it like how them do. And as Raymond said, I will echo it. It is a mystery why Jamaica still on financial restriction after nearly 5 years and nothing has been done. Because all it is that people come and hijack the treasury and money is being spent willy-nilly. Not on the football, but on everything else, and on the whims and the fancies of the people that are there. And we don't make no bones about it. That is really what is happening. So when some of us query some of the things and whatever, we are all less banded as the bad eggs. But it can't be so. With the amount of resources out there right now, where these people there cannot even do the basic paperwork to get. And we can go into details and tell you, but we have so much funding just to get the paperwork proper, it cannot be done. So there lies the dilemma again, because the persons that are there are hell-bent on keeping power for power's sake. Good? So as I said, some of the times again, we are mystified, to put it mildly, why FIFA hasn't done more to rectify the situation. Because the situation is bad, it's bad. So we are here now, and well, it's a politics time, so might as well say we're parroting the politics. But it's not really the politics, is that when the 18th of March comes, it's not business as usual for the football fraternity. And we have always been saying that the football fraternity has done wonders and will continue to do wonders for impact the social aspect of Jamaica life. We can tell us right now the polarization in Jamaica knows no bounds with the big politics, JLP, PNP, and we don't want to carry it into the football. But some people are hell-bent on doing that. So the resources that are there is to benefit the youth in a Waterhouse and Windsor Heights in a St. Bay, or Hopewell in a Hanover, or Santa Cruz in a St. Elizabeth, because a lot of them can get a break and become model citizens through the sports. And we have all seen what sports have done over the years for individuals and groups. A Usain Bolt, Asafa Powell, Shelley and Fraser. We can name them and what it has done for Jamaica. But we have been sold short by these persons who claim to be president of this or general secretary of that. And for all intents and purposes, them don't even know what they're doing. Or put it the next way, they know what they're doing, but it's not in the interest of football.
Yeah, I wanted to say something here. If I were to put maybe 5 areas out there that Danny and Raymond can address. The first area, let's just go to the basic root cause of a lot of things that's wrong with football in Jamaica. A lack of youth development focus. JFF has not prioritized youth development, which is crucial for long-term growth of football. They failed to invest in youth programs and talent, and the development has hindered the progress of Jamaican football. There's a lack of transparency and stakeholder trust. The JFF has been seen as exclusive, and voters have not consistently demanded competing ideas during election. In other words, if you're going to debate what's good for football and good for community development, as seen by FIFA and the UN, that football has been the central growth of many communities. That debate has not even begun in Jamaica because the current leadership is so self-centered on what they want, and it has very little to do with the development of the game and the development of our youth in Jamaica. There's a lot of skepticism about the various people that are there now, and it can only get worse if they go back, because you have inefficiencies in the leadership, right? Perceived ineptitude. When they say players abandon at the airport, why? Because they can't get their equipment on board, or there was not a return trip plan in for the men's team in Suriname. The women couldn't get out of Mexico City because of the problems with the logistics. So these are the things that are happening, and it's happening because the restricted funding mandate from FIFA, it impacts financial stability. The federation constraints has affected its ability to develop and promote football effectively. In other words, there's no confidence in this group of leaders that's currently there. And they will not give up the reins. They don't want to give up the reins. So Danny and Raymond has to campaign effectively outside of the box and to tell the people what is really going on within the organization. What are these people failing to do? When Babsy can say, I give $4 million to the Genset, and that money should have taken the girls from where they were in a business class trip to the World Cup in Australia. When she says that, and then she been asking for 2 years, I understand, for accountability of the money. And there's no accountability. How long can this go on? How long can you appear clueless? You have no transparency.
Hold on a minute, Mr. Herb. Mr. Herb, hold on a minute.
Yeah, go ahead.
Those who are not talking, can you
Yeah,
mute
go on,
your
Raymond.
mic, please?
Yeah, so I just want to add two things to that, to what you have said. The whole line of accountability is where it creating a problem with us to get support from the private sector and FIFA, because what been happening, all of what you have said about the government fund, FIFA funding, and other sponsors, we are just behaving like it's our money, it's the JFF money, and nobody, and they give no form of accountability. Hence, the sponsorship dollar reducing from 2022, and if it continue like this, 2024 might be the worst, because people understand that there have to be a level of trust, and we have derailed all the trust that we have in football through this administration. And I want to really mention one, the grassroots situation that you mentioned, how to develop the sport. We have ignored the youth development. We ignore it. We don't have that at the parish level. And if you even have it, there's no support from the JFF. None. A matter of fact, the JFF promised the parish association funding that they got from FIFA, and they didn't pass it on to the parish association. So if you're not helping the parish association to develop the youth, how can they really move to the next level? How can we have a wider playing field, more people playing in the football to really pyramid up? We cannot do that if we don't really start with the grassroots. So what we as the RSA team saying, we will start with grassroots development. We will ensure and enforce the youth program, the youth competitions. And by enforcing the youth competition, the parish association, not that we have any problem with ISA developing the youth from their side, because there's a part of the family. But if the parish association really, as their mandate stated, help in that here grassroots development, youth development, then you will understand what we'll have in Jamaica. Yes, we want people from the diaspora to be a part, but we want to develop Jamaica football. We want to ensure that the infrastructure in Jamaica is developed. We can't zero in on these funds now because of the restriction. So one of the things that we want to do from the JFF standpoint is to ensure that from we take it office, we want to ensure that we try as fast as we can to remove this restricted funding from FIFA, that we can really zero in on those funds.
Now,
Danny, I can help with that.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm here now.
I just heard it. I just heard the panelists speak about youth development, and I'm going to tell us, so we had a couple of years ago one of the best youth development program in terms of the grassroots. It was sponsored, and I'm sure if I go and get myself in trouble for free advertisement, but it was digital. And we did every month, we did a national grassroots for each parish. You're talking about 100 kids. And you're talking about 60% boys, 40% girls. Out of that, you had, for example, a Cain Parish came out of that, and a Jody Brown came out of that. So at the end of the day, when the captain passed away and these guys come in, nothing. Nothing. All it was, somebody wanted to head the organization and use the organization as a political football. And Mr. Anderson could even back up us on that. So at the end of the day, I am saying this selection is a selection. People are, at this point in time now, are politicking, meaning you're going to teams and offering them training gears, and you're offering them no relegation and that sort of thing just for the vote on Sunday. When you know that the regulation said you're supposed to have two teams, the bottom two teams relegate. But I just say that we said this now, over the years we have been championing the cause of football and its development. Not for personal aggrandizement, but to ensure so when you're done, you can have 8 and next 100 youths for the season and then the next 200 to be model citizens. And when you can't make it in the football arena, what they learn in football, they carry out to the wider society. And be good employees, whether it's a bartender, whether it's a finance man. That's all the program that we need. And if you add to it the resources that come into this country for help, the infrastructure, the football infrastructure to help the social infrastructure. And that is all. A decent play field for the youth, because most of the youths have a ball ground near, and when them develop them skills and whatever, the wider society, a man we see him play a business house, him get a job, and the family life is better for it. The social life is better for it. But when you parrot these things to these people, there's no business with that. When you go out on a trip, when you come back, you have what you call it, smart TV in your car to come in. Why you couldn't buy a TV in the so these are just some of the things. And then when you hear from it again.
Hold on for Mr. Beckford. Mr. Beckford, hold on for me. Somebody told me some time ago that when these people of the Vumva on the Vumva via FIFA, the upper bench of FIFA, they go out, not FIFA, the Jamaica Football Federation, they go away. They bring all their friends, buy a first class ticket for their friends. And when they're coming back on the plane, they have a sort of shebang and coming back home with. Is that so? Unmute your mic.
Exactly, I'm telling you. So people go out on a trip. It's not no, we don't call it now, work vibes. You know, so well, when you go to work, I have an assignment to do. It's a trip. And when you check on it, the whole political thing is that those who support the incumbent, them get all of the trips.
So
people who oppose, you know. Yeah.
Danny, he didn't hide and say that because he clearly said there's nothing wrong with giving people who support you those for my benefit, and that is wrong for the JFF. You should have a
it's wrong for the football, it's wrong for the country.
A roster, because football is not for nobody personal gain.
No.
It's football, it's the nation football. It's named Jamaica Football Federation. And we, from where we sit, we will ensure that all of those things go to the minimal. We must have things on roster. We must have a person will know, like even 2-3 months before the tournament, that person will be doing duties, not a trip.
Yeah.
They'll go on for duties. Yeah, because it will
just to add, goodly gentlemen, the Jamaica is the Jamaica Football Federation, and it's Jamaica in New York, and it's Jamaica in Florida, and it's Jamaica in London, and it's Jamaica in Zurich. Everybody, and you have one named Michael, the great bands will attest to that. So it has to be no, because I hear this clearly. It's not just the personalities that are there, it's what they stand for. And I remember in 2003 when politics reared its ugly head and they kicked Captain to the curb through politics, it continues to strengthen and strengthen till it reached this stage where the people who voted for Mikey Band know so well then, oh, my time now. See, our time come now. So all of the spoils go to who support Mikey. Cannot be so. So this Sunday coming is crucial, where people now try sell a narrative, say them win already and them win. So let me see if it is in your pants or win or somewhere else.
So hold on here. It seems as if they said they win already. It look like it's gonna happen like the local government election.
So what been happening? Why people have been saying that, you know, is that they are doing from within, and I without any apology now. We have the belief that the secretariat is actually been biased in whatever they are doing. So what we have to be doing, the RSA team, is to be more vigilant Luckily for us, we have quite a few legal mind and our team to assist us down this line, because everything, just remember now what the secretariat asking for now for the election in March 17. If we did have the election in January 14, all of these things that they're asking for now, we'll have the election without them. That to show you that there was very little work been done in the secretariat to ensure that the Constitution is taken care of. So what we're doing from our side, gentlemen and listeners, is that we know we're out there, we looked at the sponsorship level, and we have quite a few prospective sponsors. We met with them, and at first we started with a 200 million, and happily for me, after last week we met with two more prospective sponsors, and we're up now to 350 million. Most of that money will go hand in hand with male and female. We want to ensure this time around that the woman is not left behind. But infrastructure, Parish Association will be big on our ticket. Referee development, coaches development will be big on our ticket.
But gentlemen, let me ask this question about on the platform here. Have any of you traveled around the country? I know. Let me rephrase it this way. Is FIFA helping community centers or communities getting, football fields and assisting with football fields and so forth? To assist with these young people?
They are willing to do that, but you have to make the proposal. You have to apply for that money. And as I said, no, they cannot apply for it now because we're under restriction. Now we have to get ourselves. FIFA want to know that their money that they grant to the members association, yeah, that is in good hand. That is why FIFA for the past 6 years have Jamaica under restriction, and they don't stop there. They went ahead and put somebody inside the office from last March, and they are still here now trying to ensure that when they leave, they're hoping that things go right, that we can apply for those money. So that is why I said one of our main objectives when we in office, we want to ensure that we on the good side of FIFA. We want to ensure that we remove from this restriction, that we can apply for those money that you're talking about.
Raymond, let's talk some down-to-earth numbers so that the public can understand. JFF as an organization is given a grant annually by FIFA. I understand it comes in 2 payments every 6 months. And this amounts to something like $2.5 to 2.7 million US dollars. Am I correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
You hear me?
So that money, how is it? Tell the people, how is it supposed to be broken out by JFF, or does it stay in JFF and JFF decides solely how to spend it?
The issue here now is the latter part that you said. And can I give you an example? In the height of the COVID, when me, you, and Mikey can't come out the door because what it was, the COVID pandemic. So FIFA granted monies to Jamaica to help the member associations, the Parish Association. GFF, in their wisdom or lack of it, decided that this percentage would go to the parishes, split for the parishes. Even we say, but that is really small, but we will give thanks to the little mercies. And even the little that them said they were given to the parishes were not. One of the persons who had the technical department, who had one of the teams in the Premier League, ensured that each Premier League team got $1 million plus to help. But the parishes didn't. And up to now, how many times monies have been used up and came back? So the last time was in November last year when that 1.7, and listen carefully, $1.7 million to go to each parish. We should have help with the COVID and help with women's development and all of that. When the money came, Cameroon, the JFF senior team, men's team, went to Cameroon. And when we asked the question, we heard that, oh, you what now? We'd have to use the money to send the team to Cameroon. And further, FIFA gave the blessings for them to use up that money. And I know FIFA, the opportunity for deny us because FIFA couldn't do such a thing. So this is what I'm saying. Even when them give you a small percentage of it, now whether the rest of percentage is that a multi-million-dollar question. Because all of the resources were coming. For the life of me who has been here over 30 years and Raymond even longer. Because me and Raymond were there when we qualified for France in 98. Right? And now when we're getting more resources, wholly more resources from the parent body. And not just one, because what you spoke about is just one aspect. There's the next aspect where funding comes to help the parishes to establish an office and maintain an office with a paid administrator and all of that. They started that, and then through the lack of paperwork, it was ended. So ineptitude is a mild way of putting what these people are doing. And then I must tell you, I heard that them saying, well, over this side, Raymond's side, we have some young people who don't know about the football. The youngest rookie in this place who know about football is the same man when call himself the general secretary. He don't know anything about football development now. But he's in the position now through expediency and him doing things. If you saw the letter that one of our presidents had written when she was more sober, you would have seen where it goes.
That's the letter that I sent to you, Jeffrey.
Oh, okay.
It's a serious situation where politics can still win the day, and then Monday morning here say, Michael Ricketts win. And I must tell you, by our calculations, them are for them, but by our calculations, we are home and dry.
No,
even the other day I heard that my parish has quit.
Be careful, you don't become like the pain in the Labour Party, you
know. No,
exactly.
It's politics. What I want to say, I'll say now. You say you mentioned about the money from FIFA. Now they have to have a development. You have to send a proposal to FIFA, and based on the proposal, you get the drawdown. Even though they give you on a half-yearly basis, you will still have to make the proposal. One of the things I can remember clearly, Danny, that was in the proposal is a 2-mini stadium. 2 parish associations should get $15 million. They got that money. And as we speak now, Hanover and St. Thomas still don't even see $1 out of that. Or should I say, I spoke with Wayne. I spoke with Wayne, the president from St. Thomas, and he still don't see $1 out of that. So we are saying that what they done is put a proposal to FIFA, but don't follow what the proposal should be. That is why, again, based on the accountability, based on account reporting, there's a problem there. So that is why FIFA is inside our office. And we from the RSA team, as our team, which Danny, as one of the candidates for vice president, myself as president, we want to make sure that what we promise in our manifesto, we will ensure and enforce it. And that's the only way we can get the trust from the people going forward.
So let me ask you this question now. You're talking about manifesto. You see, you have some people who put out manifesto the day before the election. Anyway, let's not get into that part.
They cut and paste some our one too, because what we have done, you could see that definitely a lot of copying. And a matter of fact, some of the things that we put in our manifesto, they are rushing out, because when you're in office, you have all the things where you can run and do something. Just like what they do with the kicking off the girl, the Premier League women's football. They just rush and do it, and then you see the backlog that we have, the backlash that we have with it. With all of these planning, no proper logistic have done, and this is why we're having all of these problems. And we'll continue to have the problem if we are not serious about the football.
So if you're contesting the election come March, come what is the election again?
17th of March.
The 17th of March. You're contesting the election too.
Yes, I am. I'm a candidate, the presidential candidate.
Okay, good. Are you, if God spare your life and you win the election, and then one person to come out and say that the party that win, when all know we can't know who really win? Are you willing? Are you willing to come and tell the people of Jamaica how much money you see in the Football Federation? And
Sir,
if there should be an investigation, are you willing to do the investigation inside there?
sir, you cannot know where you're going unless you know where you are or where you're coming from.
Right.
And for us, based on our, and I want to refer back to our manifesto, transparency, communication, inclusivity, and action. And I will real action, but transparency will be the way forward. We are willing. Sorry, our budget will be on our page, our Instagram page. What we have promised that we will do, we'll on it, and we will give timely report on the thing. So a lot of times, instead of you call a Anderson or the communication specialist at the JFF, who will be there, because we will have somebody there to deal with that. You will just go to one of our social media page, and you will see the thing, because we have nothing to hide. It's a public fund. You're not gonna see us all around like just like what Danny say and others saying that you have a tour and everybody want to go on the tour. We will save in a those here, and you will see where we save. You will see who will be going on the trips. As duty, to do duties, not to just go there as a trip. You will have to clearly know that there will be duty there for you, and you have to come back and report on the duty that is done. So we will be transparent to the T. We will not operate like this administration.
Mr. Sir Nelson?
Yeah. Just as an aside here, Danny, do you know Raphael Beckford?
Raphael, from where?
I don't know, but he's running his mouth in the chat, saying that you guys are just power hungry and that you've been there for the 30 years you mentioned, but you never made a dent with the captain, and how can you now make a dent with this current crew? You know,
I can answer. I can start with that.
Him name Beckford?
I can start with that.
Yes. Yeah.
My job, my duty is Captain Horace Burrell time. I am the person who have responsibility for operation. And if that person can remember, in 98 campaign, most of the gate receipt go toward helping to get us to 98. We didn't have this big sponsor like we have now, where FIFA giving us $2 million a year. We get 250,000 US dollar from FIFA those times to take us all the programs that we have. And most of our money come from local and the gate receipt. My job was competition then, and my job was operation then. That person can remember, or might be wasn't around that time. Tell us what happened on the operation. Danny was a part of the operating team also, right? So we ensure that we get enough fund to ensure that the Reggae boys, right? The trip, all of those airfare, if you remember, we didn't have the problem that we have now. Then, and at that time, we have very little fun. So I'm saying, and I'm in the system, can't deny it. I'm there for the past 37 years, and all I'm doing as a supporting staff. Remember now, the gentleman, we have a board. I am one vote on the board. Why no? Why not no? Because we have been trying to ask these people, because a caucus inside of the board, they don't business with what really happening at the JFF. And I'll give you an example, sir. We looked at the last budget and we saw where, can you imagine, competition was not mentioned on the last budget. The Raymond Anderson and the Danny Beckford said to the group, said, listen, we cannot approve a budget without competition. People on the group who have the majority said, let us send a supplementary budget later. And they voted on it, and it passed. Now, if it passed, we know that is why right now the Premier League women, there was no money in the budget for them. No, absolutely, it was a zero line. No line was there. So I'm saying to us,
Raymond,
we have to now speak out on this, and it's not power hungry.
The level of corruption going on in there.
When you said there was no money for the women,
because sir, the budget was crafted by our skillful accountants, and our GenSec made a presentation, and we identified that there was no line item, nothing in the budget for competition, local competition. We mentioned it and said that we cannot accept a budget like this. We need them to go back and craft in.
Hold on to me, Mr. Anderson. Hold on to me. Mr. Beckford in the chat room, let me tell you something here. We need respect around here. And if you can't respect anybody on this platform, I'm going to block you from this program here. You have a freedom of speech. You can speak, of course, freedom of speech, but speak with respect, please. Go ahead, Mr. Beckford. Mr. Anderson.
Yes, so I'm saying that, and anybody can read it because Daddy was at the meeting. We really spoke about the budget, and I just mentioned in this for even that Mr. Beckford who is listening, that we spoke out a lot, and all we hear is that let us put it to a vote. Let us put it to a vote, and the vote carried. Now we're having the problem. We crafted a budget, approved a budget by majority because there was objection to the budget. We approved the budget, and now we're having all the problems. No money inside the budget for competition. Now we have to find that money somewhere. While we already sent the budget to FIFA, because that was what we were in a hurry to send the budget to FIFA. So, gentlemen, and if ladies listening, we have a problem. We have a problem where the people who know believe that they have majority on the board. They don't have the football interest at all.
Now, when you look at this, the playing of football, Danny and Mikey, that's where the rubber meets the road. That's the actual action itself. So how in heaven's name can a national organization not make provisions for say, is that why the women couldn't get practice games done that would have helped them before the World Cup?
This budget was crafted for the 2020.
I think I should come in here now, and with all respect to my namesake, I don't know why one namesake would go down the road. So here what happened now. The whole aspect of the thing, and I spoke out that already, and we speak out again. Most of the people out there are just for the GFF FC sake. Meaning, say, our national senior men is seen as they are running basically as a football club. So every resource for them get them put into that. The last World Cup campaign, we played 3 matches, the first 3 matches. It cost over 100 and something million Jamaican dollars just for the 3 matches.
Uh-oh. What's going on here? Uh-oh.
You can take it up, Raymond, what Danny was intended to say, the cost of the games and why they would not submit a budget that would project accurately how much money they really need for operational, which would have been your area, the operational funding.
So we have been asking for that, and we have been asking for every game that we should have a operational budget. And I can tell you, it's like pulling a teeth. We always have the expense overrun, and we only know that after the games. We only know that after the game. I'm still waiting to see a budget for a game, and we stick to the budget for a game. Because most time we only know after the game. Right? We end up we actually project how much money we might get from the game, but we don't know how much money we'll spend for the game.
So there's
So
no
it's not
balance,
really a budget.
right? You have a CPA, certified public accountant, who's your Gen Sec, and before that he was head of the finance committee. So you would think that he should be perfectly capable of balancing the books with expenditures to prepare for games and to do the games, and the balance the income that come from those games to make sure that they're breaking even at least, right? But
So
what's
for
his
me,
contribution? Yeah.
he was a chairman for the finance committee and now the GenSec, and we are still on a restriction. The issue with the girls the other day, overpayment and short pay, is under his watch. So you'll have to be the judge for that. Because for me, if I have somebody in my organization as my CEO and they're creating all of this, because not going to the Gold Cup for me is solely at his feet, because he's the person, the CEO, who fire and hire. Of course, he make recommendation for some of them, but he's a middle person who do all of that. So when we ask of him to ensure that things done amicably, and it's still done amicably, he have to take the responsibility. So he's there as a very astute, I was told, accountant, but it's not showing on the books in JFF.
Mr. Anderson, I see you said you have to go anytime soon, sir?
Yes, sir. Yeah. I'm actually at a game and I don't see the ball kicked once.
Oh, Lord.
I'm at Arnett Garden Football Club. What supposed to watch a game, but I'm outside in the car.
Okay. I want to tell you thanks for coming on. You're going to give us your final word and your pitch to become the next president of JFF.
My thing is we have a team. They are Team RSA, and we craft it. I went out and I directly asked these people to serve, because I believe that their contribution will change the landscape of the football. The level of trust that we are lacking, we will get that. The transparency and the action, the inclusivity, and more so, they are out there now talking with sponsors to ensure that when we reach office, the the organization, the stakeholders, those pillar 1, 2, and 3 stakeholders that we have, and the football in general, they will benefit immensely from our work. That 350 million US dollars that we actually have crafting, we're gonna really actually get that within this first 6 months. Or we're gonna really ensure that we break ground for infrastructure, etc. And the Pirates Association start to move in the direction, the women football. And we are just appealing now to our delegates to understand that if you remember, I'm a person of action. And we have never failed you. You gave me responsibility as the operational vice president. I've never failed. So if I got the opportunity with my team to really lead the administration for the next 4 years, we will never fail.
So, as what you promised a while ago, Mr. Beckford, Mr. Anderson, rather, I hope that you can make a promise to the people of Jamaica and the people in the diaspora that if you go in and you find any hanky-panky going on, you will definitely put some investigation on it. You'll investigate it properly. Let the people know that JFF is a different JFF now.
So I'm committed, sir, that transparency will be the order of the day, and we will not cover up for nothing at all. We will be transparent, because to go forward and to get the trust of both the diaspora and Jamaica in general, and everybody, a matter of fact, everybody, to get everyone on board, we have to show a level of trust, and showing a level of trust, we have to be transparent.
And that note, I want to say thank you for
that we will do that.
And I hope you can promise to come back on this platform here.
I'm ready, sir. I'm ready. As long as you invite me on, I'll be here.
Thank you very much.
Thanks
Mr.
for having
Raymond
me.
Anderson.
And I wish your program all the best.
Thank you, sir. And I wish you all the best in your election. I hope the election don't become like the local government election, though.
I salute this. I hope not.
Okay, sir. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
Raymond Anderson there, running for president of the JFF. The JFF.
So Danny, let's talk development in Jamaica. I spoke to 2 coaches who had a very high opinion of you back in Jamaica, Bradley Stewart and Chris Rose. And they're using the cover method of developing football, right? The cover method, I believe, also is with our development club in Portmore, the Charlton Football Academy, and FIFA coach Bunny Byfield brought that to Jamaica because he's the architect from the Dutch Football Academy, and this is what he preaches and this is what he practices, right? So is there a way across Jamaica? First of all, why is it the national coach not the one to introduce football methodologies across all 14 parishes? Right? He's just the Reggae Boys coach. And yeah, go ahead.
As I say, just you guys as laypersons can figure out how we can move the development of the sport. And in my neck of the woods, we have done just that. The basic development for kids, intermediates, seniors. Good. And it's the same question. When Simone was here, he did what you are just saying now. So the national coach we have is basically just stimulated with the senior guys. What the coach has gone out on a limb to do is to go around the parishes, and he is presently doing that. As a matter of fact, I had a discussion with him last year. I'm saying he must save the best parish, quote unquote, for last, which is us, because he lives in our parish. He comes to Jacksal almost every day when Premier League matches are played. He comes and set our main team training and all of that, so he's familiar. So he's going out now and having sessions with the coaches in the various parishes, and I think he has been to most of the parishes. And this is not even a GFF initiative, like his initiative. See? So the persons who are on the technical aspect of the team are only there to enhance their programs, because the technical person has teams in some of our leagues. So, and it is to enhance his teams. So there is a whole heap of things we can go if this year's program time wouldn't allow to say where we're at over the years. But thankfully, if there's a change, let me rephrase that. There has to be a change. If Michael is going tomorrow, there has to be a change, because now the regulations by FIFA will be anybody going have to strictly adhere to it. And if not, then you know what FIFA can and will do. So what are you saying, and come back to your little detractor or my namesake and whatever. We have been here, we have been giving our quarter worth in this thing and telling previous administration, so we're going on the wrong road because we help build this from all and then what you are doing, you really mash it up. Some who even like even talk, them put me suspension. One next time them allude to say we are stealing funds from parishes and all of that. And we have gone through all of that to reach here now. We say, and I will probably put up my hand and say, the development in my parish is almost second to none. Because being here, you know, sit down here. So we want to ensure that all of the youth, I mean, all of the parishes there, not only ours alone, can get some exposure benefit from football with the amount, seriously, with the amount of resources we get for our period bodies. It is mind-boggling to say the least. So we need now to maximize our everything. And if you notice now, the Windrush generation, what went through in England, or the Jim Crow America, and we survive all of that now and have youths willing, who are born in the US, born in England, born in Canada and wherever else, willing to be a part of the Jamaica football scene. Not only just football, but we're talking football now. So it's a whole thing, melting pot of things, and put it in a one, is Jamaica. So the Sticker Rock have done wonders, music, sports. You're talking about football and sport, you're talking about athletics, you're talking about cricket. So let us go with the flow of, you know, say, the more resources we get, give it to the people that deserve it. Get it to the people who should get it. And not just a man come and decide, so well, and him and him cronies, and run the thing to a wreck. Because clearly the thing running to a wreck. And we keep on telling him, say, gone over the precipice. The only thing left to do is to hit rock bottom down. So the little detractors will come now with them disrespect and all of that. And this is tantamount to what is happening in politics. Once you don't agree or you have an option to do better, people will label you as this and that, and we're looking for power. I mean, we're looking for power.
Mr. Beckford, that yes. is why Jamaica will never come better, you know.
Exactly.
Because we have Jamaicans who love the corruption, the level of corruption that goes on in the country.
Because they benefit. They benefit.
Jamaica Football Federation, based on what I'm hearing, is a corrupt organization.
Very. I can tell you. Some of the details I can't even speak on the ear what these guys are doing. But it's a corrupt. And every single year them use the politics and the thing for put more corrupt. And then, you know the worst thing about it, gentlemen. The guys have grown up in the politics and the football. And I tell themselves, say, we're not doing anything wrong. Just like our man go up in the PNP, JLP thing for years. And him is a activist and him is a whatever you call it. And he can't change, he can't switch. Because what he is doing, tell himself, say, it is wrong or it is counterproductive. We have to be telling these people over and over and over. Good? So, we are Monday, the 11th. Sunday coming will be the day I will know between now and then you will be hearing all sort of cross talks, whatever. But me and myself, I in my mind will know that we are here for power. Tell Mr. Beckford, we're there for power, brother. For power to do what? So absolute power will not corrupt us, absolutely. We are here on my record. I don't want to speak of my record of serving. Because we are here to serve, not to be served, unlike most of the generations of administration coming up. I was one of Captain Burrell's strongest advocates until him start veer from. I mean, if tell him point blank, say, pass on that road if you go. If you go that road, we are going to sink. So thankfully, we give thanks for the opportunity from you guys to hear these, my standpoint, what we see as football. We go in there tomorrow, Raymond would be president, so he wouldn't be responsible for operations, but we would be one of those responsible for operations because no, we crafted from before 98 to now what operates, and we went to the Zenith there in World Cup, France 98. We can't go back there because everybody knows he said, boy, one big pie there, me want a bigger piece. And everybody could be satisfied, inclusive of the little young youth that can afford a boots.
Oh Lord, his internet gone out again. Sir Herb, unmute your mic, Sir Herb.
Yeah, I was just saying, he's making some very strong points.
Yes, he is.
And the thing is, our audience, they have their opinions. They back a certain side. It's good to hear from them too. But
I'm gonna put up the number.
I asked this question: if you know that the leadership in the country is corrupt.
So anyway, apologies to your listeners, but we keep on saying my phone around hot. So
All right.
Oh, you mean somebody calling you?
no, if we are run out, then I don't know if the program hotting up the phone and it's cooking out.
I want you to just stay on for a couple more minutes that people can call in and you can answer some questions.
Yeah, man.
All right. Are you ready to call in, Jeff?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, because we getting up with the witching hour. All right.
Oh yes. The number to call is 954-529-8030. Let's put it up on the website here. Hold on a minute. 954-529. Hold on for me. 54529-8030. There we go. You can call in and interact with us. The number is 954-529-8030. That's the number to call.
You have 945 up there, Jeff.
Oh Lord, sorry.
It's 954, right?
Yes, 954.
Okay. All right. But Danny,
thanks much.
If there's to be success for youth programs and for our overall football program, both male and female, how much more openness do we need to have at the JFF level and at the parish level as well? How would you challenge your parish leadership to do better than what they've been doing?
Both of them, as I said, go hand in hand, sir. So if you have a JFF who has the right directive and the right direction, then it will filter down. And as I say, we see it already. We're not inventing no way. And it's not rocket science.
Right.
We would say, Hanover, May is your month for your grassroots program. Youth from between 6 and 12. The basic thing. So get yourself together, send in the budget, see where it goes, and we deal with it. So you have a lot of parishes right now, nothing is happening in football. When we say nothing. Saying, and even coming out of the COVID, even now, years after COVID, them still using that excuse. So the GFF will has to. GFF was and will continue after this to be the conduit that puts youth development especially. So, and youth development is not a hard sell, you know. It's for us to get the youths to gravitate to football. Then some will gravitate to cricket, some will gravitate to tennis. Football is it. And it has always been for the lesser, the downtrodden and the poor in the depressed communities. And we know that. That is why football has helped with the social landscape over the years so much, tremendously so much. So at the end of the day, and that is only a part of it, you know. Then you have the intermediaries and then you have the seniors. So we're still having competitions at Premier League, for example, for some of the seniors. What we're not having now regularly is under 17, under 20, but that is in the pipeline for when they settle down and the resources are coming.
Sorry,
and I must tell you.
Call online. Sorry, we have a call. Caller, go ahead. Welcome to Mek Wi Talk. One moment, please. Lord.
You can't hear him, Jeffrey.
Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, man, I respect everyone.
All right.
Yeah, good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Again, hold on for me. Hold on for me, caller. Hold on. You keep out again. Hold on. Go ahead again.
You know what I'm saying? Mr. Danny Beckford should be the president for the Football Federation in Jamaica. I'm from Senton, and that man do the best. He don't need no money. That man do from him art. If him teach me as a little youth to play ball. Him just look a bit older than me still.
Yeah.
He's the best person right now. Can do from him art. He would never take a dollar from JFF. You understand me? My name is Omar Brady.
Where are you calling
Him knows that out of this. I'm calling from Philadelphia.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. In Senton, if you go to Senton and check on the football field and see what he do in Senton for years, he's doing a very, very good job, man. I need person like that in Football Federation to develop the youth them in Jamaica. Everybody respect him all over Jamaica. The 14 parishes, everybody respect Mr. Danny Beckford.
Yeah.
And he was a good footballer back in the days too, so you must know. Yeah, he was very good, man.
Danny, you hear that?
We call him Crane. He was a teacher too. He teach me at Marcus Garvey High.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a teacher. And let me tell you something. His father is the first person start flying plane, helicopter. He don't need no money. You understand me? He's the best person right now for the job. I'm not telling no lie, man. And it's for years. They suspend him. They do everything to hurt him, and he's still fighting it. And the youth them love him, man.
Yes.
In the female them, the World Cup, him help them. They were training in Senton. And I'm telling you, man, if you call everybody in the 14 parish and ask who's the best person, they're going to tell us Danny Beckford is the best person. But he's a humble person. He's very humble. You know, he's not a person who in the railway and we call it Buma B, what you call it.
He's one of those persons who love to be in the effluence of the Vumba and the Vumba V.
Yeah, man, it's for the youth, man, because I used to play for Senton, you know.
Yes.
And it always in my ears say, look, man, do the right thing. Cause I was hot-headed as a little youth. And him take me on a wing and he said, look here, man, you can play football, man.
Yes.
Just do the right thing. You know, and I play for Senton. I play for Volvo. I play for Chelsea. I play for Staton. I play for a lot of team, man. And he's one of the person who motivates a lot of us. You know what I mean? And to be honest, man, it's a good program you guys are doing, and I hope you get the presidency, trust me.
Okay.
Omar Brady, Otto, Goto from St. Anne's Bay.
All right, so
man, I respect Crane.
All right, man, as well. Just to add to that, and I say, Mr. Anderson was the person, and him just tell you, over the years, operations is his. So when Raymond said to me, so no, when he become the president, operations can't be his forte again. It's you. I know, so we stay in the shadows and help him from before World Cup, after World Cup even coming up. And we put whole heap of things in place where for the last 6 years, we just see them crumble. So this little youth can tell you, and we had a program in Senton, what was the business house football, where police, the hotels, you name them, had a competition for them where when the time came for those competition, those hotels and businesses went out and get the ballers and put them in them team. And when the competition done, ballers can learn to do landscaping, bartending, you name it. Some of them gravitate and went to overseas program, work program, and all of that.
Hold on a minute for me.
Yeah.
The gentleman who said that we're being misinformed, who's chatting, who have the chat in the chat room here, they said that we're being misinformed. Then call us 954-529-8030. It's a WhatsApp number you can call on WhatsApp too. Tell us why you think that we are being misinformed. Call us 954-529-8030. If we are being misinformed by anybody, call us and tell us why. Since you have information that the public needs to know the information. Mr. Beckford and others come on the platform and let's speak truth to power. So come and tell us why are we being misinformed? What are they misinforming us about? 954-529-8030. It's a WhatsApp number you can call in and let us know. Go ahead, Mr. Beckford.
Yes, sir. So just to say, well then, we have a football period done. Now, I'm not more to add to that. We go in administration tomorrow and start administer the thing. We can safely say Jamaica football would be in far safer hands, far more accountability for everything. Because it is one thing to see somebody do bad administration. It's the next thing to see a new man coming and you have to say, wait and see if you see if you go down that same road too. But even the caller that was called a while ago, and we are testament to football development, football. So everywhere me go means football. Because we have been like it's that was my calling in life to administer football. It was many other youths as could be. So I'm not sure where the misinformation come from. So I really wouldn't like hear me namesake or whatever I need to say. Yeah, man, we are lying, we are this and we are that. But as I say, your forum has given us a Philip tonight. We can, cause I think it's past my bedtime too. But we can say,
it passed her bedtime too.
Well, whatever.
No, man.
So,
no, man. Or a night old man.
Mikey wants to know. I wouldn't know. So, we give
me know about herb.
Yeah.
When you're an old-time baller, right, then you can turn to other devices to keep you going, right?
Okay.
So, you know, my success is the success of the community. So when I'm having success in the community and I'm having people educate the community, like the gentleman before us, like you, Mikey, and even Jeffrey in his own right, different things to educate the community. This is what we need. Show the community.
That is what we need. Yes.
Yeah. Right? And the exchange with our audience is always good. Some may have extreme thoughts and values, and some may go along with you. But we learn by listening to them and looking at what they're saying. But I would, in fact, indeed, if you have a deviant methodology, come on, call in Raphael or whoever, Real Bala, and let's hear from you. Just dial the number. Let's chat. Let's talk, as the program said. Mek Wi Talk.
Indeed. 954-529-8030. 954-529-8030. It's a WhatsApp number. Those in Jamaica can call in too. 954-529-8030. It's a WhatsApp number. You can call in and let us chit-chat. What do you think about JFF? It's been a long time we've been hearing that the Jamaica Football Federation is as corrupt as the two political parties in our country.
Whoa.
And, pardon me?
I said, whoa.
That's what I've been hearing. That's what I have been told. And based on what I've been told, I'm just saying it. The level of corruption,
He's not saying it, you know. You see it. You see it happening.
And the level of corruption in JFF is unbelievable.
Yes, sir.
And the Jamaican people must stop hugging up corruption, whether it be in politics, whether it be in JFF, or wherever it is. The time for us is now is to stop hug up corruption in this country, because corruption will never put Jamaica anywhere. And I say to my fellow Jamaicans, both home and abroad, if you think that the change you seek will ever come from the two political tribes, you make a sad mistake. You have to come from us as a people. We need to stop up the corruption in our country. And JFF is as corrupt as the two political parties in Jamaica.
That's sad.
And it's very sad.
Very, very sad.
When you have people traveling and first class tickets going all over the place to go and watch football, and they're not a part of JFF?
Well, Mike Crickets came out on national TV and say, what's wrong with me giving tickets to my friends?
Oh.
Yeah, he did. He did came out on national TV and said. He came out and said, what's wrong with me giving tickets to my friends?
Well, we don't have any more. We don't have anybody else calling in. Mr.
These are the top results.
Mr. Bonds.
Yes, sir.
Your final words on this program here for the night.
Final program,
Not the final program. Your final words.
My final word on this program. Your program not done, man. You'll see me back on your program again.
Yes, man.
My final word is I want the voters, the people who have a vote, think positive, let go the negative, and let's put this football country into first gear, because we are our first nation in the Caribbean, and the rest of Caribbean countries are looking up to us. So we can't afford to make these silly things that's going on and skullduggery what's going on. We need to put a stop to it. And Raymond team, the action team, is a team that I think that is best for this job. And like I said, I made a choice, and I make everybody know, because what I notice in Jamaica, people don't like to come out and say, and make a choice. Them hide behind the 8-ball, just like the caller, hide behind the stove, hide behind underneath the bed. Don't come out, but you might pinch out something. And if you tell them, say, okay, let's stand up and make this thing right. You see the whole everybody run away. But I will stand up and make it right for my country, Jamaica, because I love my country and I'm patriot. And thank you for giving us the time, the platform to come out and tell the people. So voters, the real action team is the team. And everyone have a good night.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mikey Barnes. So Danny Beckford, the man of the moment, the man who is being hailed as one of St. Anne's finest footballer and finest coach of all time. Your final words on this program, sir, for the night.
The final word is that there won't be any final words. We can't finish that. So good night. Good night. No final word, but we just give thanks that we are the platform. And I'm going to tell you so, come with me, we are the same way. Because that is what, as I say, we have been chosen to do. And we're going to administer football. And we're going to find more Jody Brown, and we're going to find more Kaim Parish, and we're going to find whole heap more. Even Utu she just come in. Ball in them days, man. And they say he was hot-headed. But we put him that we not take the hotness out of him head, we just put him in the right direction. Yeah. So what me Monday the 18th, football will. I assure you, football will be the winner.
I want to tell you thanks, Mikey Barnes.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Beckford, Danny Beckford. Thank you both for coming on. Herb Nelson Jr., sir, you're the one who made this program possible tonight, because you're the one who made the contacts to bring on these gentlemen to come on to the platform to speak to us about the level of corruption in the Jamaica Football Federation. And, where is the football? Where's football going in Jamaica? Football can help to stem Jamaica's crime pandemic that we face. But yet,
exactly.
Yet it is being used for something else. It's being used for the political elite and the corruption that's going on in the country. Herb Nelson, your final words on this program, sir.
Yeah, I'd like to speak to people's conscience. All right. Whether you're voting for a politician or you're voting for a leader, and I say leader because a leader is one who influences people to do things that they would not normally do, and that leaders thinking about the best interests of their team, the team of followers, the people that they have influence over. So when we talk about FIFA and the United Nations coming together to say that football as a sport and all other team sports is a nation builder, a community builder. It allows team building within neighborhoods. It allows people to see others as a team member, a team player, without seeing them as the enemy, but seeing them as being bad, right? You you actually have tactical voting, also known as strategic voting, that occurs when voters cast what they call insincere ballots to achieve a specific outcome. In this case, supporters of a politician may justify voting for a candidate they perceive as bad due to various reasons, but because they want to go along to get along and be on a certain bandwagon, they tie the the harness to that particular person to pull them along, right? Preventing a worse outcome. Supporters might believe that the bad candidate is still better than even worse candidate. The fear of the worst candidate scenario motivates them to vote strategically to prevent the least desirable candidate from winning. And then you have the party loyalty. Some voters prioritize party loyalty over individual candidate qualities. They may vote for their party candidate even if they have reservations about that candidate's integrity, because the party affiliation matters more to them. Then you have policy alignment. Supporters may focus on specific policies, right? That are issues that they personally care about. Even if they dislike the candidate personality, they believe that the policies align with their values or interests. Electability. Voters may perceive the bad candidate as the more electable or likely to win. They prioritize defeating opponents over personal preferences, assuming that electability matters more for achieving policy goals. Strategic calculations. Supporters engage in strategic calculations considering the overall impact of their vote. They weigh the potential consequences of their choice and vote pragmatically to achieve the best possible outcome. Lack of alternatives. Sometimes voters feel trapped by limited options. If they see no viable alternative, they may reluctantly vote for the bad candidate as the least harmful choice. Finally, party machinery and pressure. Party leaders, influencers, or local organizations can exert pressure on supporters. They emphasize party unity or the need to defeat opponents, influencing voters' decisions. Either way, folks, you have to look at the trade off. You have to look at what has happened over the past 5, 15, 20 years. And you have to make a decision based on the old balance sheet trick. You draw a line across and you draw a line down the middle. You put the name of one candidate on the left, the other one on the right. And you put all your requirements to the left furthest column. And then you give each one a check mark to see where they line up with your wishes, your desires.
Yes.
Of course, you have to ensure that your wishes and desires is enough to lift your community out of the situation that they're in. That these people have that capability and that these people can in fact deliver. I think there's sincerity in what Raymond had to say tonight and what Mr. Beckford has offered to us. You still take that and you evaluate. And you evaluate that against what the other side is saying or doing. If the other side is confusing you, if the other side is not speaking the truth, if the other side is lying outright about what happened with the male reggae boys and the female reggae girls, then you have to take that into consideration. And you have to say, I will not be misled. I will not be fooled. The old saying, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, what are you? Right?
Damn fool.
You said it, Jeffrey. All right. But people have to think strategically. They can no longer just go along to get along. Like we used to say to people before the vote in the local election. Yeah, take the money, but vote your conscience. Your conscience. That is what you know works well. That's your judgment. That's you. That's your entire persona. And you have to be willing to vote the right way to improve your community.
Yeah.
And football and the JFF is giving you your second test in 1 month. So the way you vote here, it says a lot about you.
Yes.
Whether you're helping your community or not. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Herb Nelson Jr., security, crime and security consultant, Mr. Mikey Band, and all the others that came on. Thank you all for coming to the Mek Wi Talk program. Remember, those who are watching us, to like, share, and subscribe. And for those in the chat room, remember that we will not put up with any disrespect over here. It is your right to freedom of speech, but do it with respect, please. Thank you all for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the Mek Wi Talk channel. Until you join me tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock, when we come back again with an exciting topic. I am Jeffrey Tavares, and on behalf of my good friend who allowed this program to come on night after night, Owen Brown, to my other good friend who made the flyers, the posters on the Mek Wi Talk channel. Thank you very much. And I just want to say thanks to everyone. So Nelson, we'll talk. Thank you for coming on.
Yes. Blessings, everybody. Mikey, thank you.
Yes, and may God bless everybody. You know, we come on this platform time and time again, and people may say to us that, boy, but we don't get paid for doing this.
Yeah.
We don't get paid for just do it because of the love of country.
And as you can see, sometimes you have to put up with the abuses.
Yes.
Right? And you can ask people, look, think. Just don't go along to get along. Right?
And as you talk about think, Mr. Nelson, I want to say this to everyone. Tomorrow, the budget debate will be on. And I'm going to bring the budget debate to you live. The Minister of Finance will be speaking in the budget, in the Parliament. It's a 1 trillion budget. And I would advise you all to listen keenly. Do not take our words for it. You have the opportunity to listen to the budget debate live on this channel at 2 o'clock. I think it's going to be at 3 o'clock our time, 2 o'clock Jamaica time, yes. So you need to come on and you need to listen. Listen to it and make sense out of nonsense. Now when we come onto the program and we start speaking about the budget, you don't even say yay. But you may say to yourself, what Jeffrey is saying is right, or what Raffigan is saying is right, or whosoever, make sure that you find time to listen to the budget debate of what they're saying is a $1 point something trillion budget for the financial year 2024 to 2025. God bless you, and may God bless Jamaica land we love. So Nelson, have a good night, sir.
You too, Jeff. It's been a
When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, Mek Wi Talk, my people, Mek Wi Talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Mek Wi Talk, people, Mek Wi Talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, Mek Wi Talk. Hey, we're living in a world that on ourselves we must depend. Mek Wi Talk, people.
Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk.